Hello, everyone. Let's begin our demonstration of the Week 9 housekeeping items. On our agenda today, we'll talk and reiterate the feedback on the homework and quizzes. Assignment 1.2 still remains closed. Feedback on weeks 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8's discussion forum should be inside your class portal gradebook at this point. The analog practice test remains open through the last day of class in preparation of taking the final exam in the next couple of weeks. We'll talk about and demonstrate Week 9's discussion forum that is graded this particular week. We'll remind you about the midterm exam that remains open through the last day of class and my availability for the week. So without further ado, we'll get started. As a reminder, all of the assignments inside of my math lab remain open through the last day of the class. And as you continue to progress through those homework quizzes, midterm exam, etc., the scores will automatically update to the class portal gradebook. Homeworks, practice, midterm exam, and the practice final exam, all those items are unlimited attempts, so you can go in and do it 1 time, 5 times, 10 times, as many times as needed to get those problems correct. And they do remain open through the last day of class, 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time of Sunday of week 11, i.e. the last day of class. Quizzes can be taken up to 3 times. The best score out of those 3 attempts is what shows up in the class portal gradebook automatically. Doesn't hurt if you are not happy with your current score on the first attempt on a quiz. You can take it a second or a third time to attempt to maximize your score. If for some reason you score less on it, that higher of the 3 attempts do remain. So you're not penalized for taking it a second or a third time on that respective quiz. Just a reminder, as far as viewing any feedback, this announcement video is out on the announcements page for you to view. And if for some reason in week 9 at this particular point, you haven't enrolled into my math lab, this video goes through that step-by-step presentation. Again, great resource if you have questions on enrolling, using, or viewing feedback inside of my math lab. Assignment 1.2 closed back at the end of week 3. No further submissions. That's already been discussed previously. And feedback on weeks 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8 discussion forums should be inside the gradebook. If you do have questions on anything that was assessed inside that rubric, please don't hesitate to send me an email. I'll be more than willing to explain how it was scored. Previous discussion forums cannot be resubmitted. There are no redos or resubmissions on any previous discussion forums. That's been talked about since week 1 and week 2 of the respective course. Week 9, by the way, is your last graded discussion forum for the class. Week 10 and 11 are not graded discussion forums in this respective course. Honor Lock practice test. We are in week 9, and we are getting close to crunch time here. If you have not completed this as of yet, I cannot stress enough for you to get this out of the way so that you make sure that your camera, your microphone, your monitor, your hardware, your software, you're utilizing Google Chrome, etc., is all up and running. Technical issues associated with utilizing Honor Lock for the proctoring the final exam will not be grounds for an incomplete or an extension inside the class. This was demonstrated back in the week 1's housekeeping video. Please review that. Please reach out to me if there's any questions or concerns on that. So again, if you come to me on Sunday night of week 11 and say, Mike, I can't get into the final, what's the password? Or because I don't give out the password, you have to use Honor Lock to take the final. Or I can't get Honor Lock to work, my camera's not working, or microphone's not working, etc. That's not going to be grounds for an extension or incomplete. Adult learners are responsible for time management, and this has been available since week 1. It will remain open for 2.5 months for you to get any issues or things worked out before the final exam week rolls around. Week 9's discussion, just like week 2, 4, 7, and 8, were 15 points. Opens 12 a.m. Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time Monday. Open closes 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Mountain Daylight Time on Sunday. They're not opened early. They're not accepted late unless you're under an ADA accommodation. And I've already addressed that previously to you between you and the instructor. Initial post is worth 8 points. It has to be done by Thursday, 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Mountain Daylight Time. If it's not there by Thursday, you lose 8 of the 15 points. The homework problem post, you're going to pull a problem from week 9's homework assignment. You're just posting it. You're not actually working it. 1 point if it's there by Thursday, 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time, 0 otherwise. And then you'll do just same format as the previous weeks. That homework problem reply, not only the work out of the problem, but the demonstration of how you got to the answer is worth up to 6 points, and that has to be completed by Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time. All right. Timekeeper, I've stated this week 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to say it again in week 9. You wait until late Thursday night, and it shows up as 12 a.m. Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time on Friday as the timestamp. It will not count for points. I cannot stress this enough. I've said this the previous weeks. I state it again. D2L is the official timekeeper. Placeholders are not acceptable. They get deleted. Do not count for points. Do not count for attendance. You must post first. You cannot see other students' response until you have done an initial posting out there. That's why you will not see it initially. You don't see other students' responses until you've made your respective posting out there. And then we've already addressed this. This will be deleted. You will get an email from me stating that I have deleted that post because you've done the placeholder type of posting there. All right, let's talk week 9's discussion forum. Let me go get out of the PowerPoint and get back into the discussion here. All right, week 9 is their second half of dealing with, excuse me, statistics. We are going to be calculating this week Z-scores. Okay, so Z-scores involve 3 main components. They involve an observed value, they involve a mean, and they involve the standard deviation. So 2 of the 3 components have already been given to you. So for the SAT, you've got your mean there, you got your standard deviation. Your observed value is going to come out of this link right here, and I'll show that to you as well. So you're going to calculate a total of 2 Z-scores, one for the ACT, one for the SAT. Now, your observed value is going to come from right here. So if you click on this, this is the same format that we dealt with in week 2, week 4, and week 7, where you use your last name, first letter of your last name, that these give you your corresponding observed values. So Elmer Fudd would come down to letter F here, would use as the observed value of 823 and the ACT score 12. So you're going to write down your 823 and your 12. Those are going to be your observed values that you're going to use. So inside of this forum, you are given step-by-step instructions via this example. So let's take a look at it. All right. So this particular person was given 16, 18, and 23. From your particular perspective, whatever 2 numbers you were assigned relative to your last name is what's going to be keyed in. So instead of 16, 18, it's whatever you were assigned. The 15, 18, and the 325 do not change. So you'll calculate your Z value. This may be positive. This may be negative. So you need to keep it in the same order. The only thing that changes on that calculation is whatever SAT score your observed value was given to you as. Same deal. Whatever your observed value on the ACT for 23, as I scroll down here, that is the only thing that changes inside of your calculation when you do your respective initial post. I want to see, to get to full credit, this demonstration of how you got the Z value. So in other words, you need to show 23 minus 21.1. Then I divide it by 4.8 to get your corresponding Z value. Now, whichever of these two values, in this case 0.308 and 0.396, whichever one is larger, if it comes from the ACT, you're going to say ACT is relatively better. If it came from the SAT, you're going to say SAT is relatively better. You will have to give, to get to full credit on the discussion forum, you have to give some blurb that's right here at the bottom. You'll state that the ACT was greater than the SAT, therefore the ACT Z, or let me state that again. The ACT Z score was greater than the SAT Z score, therefore the ACT is relatively better. That's part of the demonstration of how you got to the answer. That needs to be addressed as part of that initial post that's listed there. So that's what you're doing to get to the 8 points for that initial problem. So let me come back to the discussion. There we go. All right, so let's take a look at the rubric. All right, so you did your Z scores correctly, and you identified which one is relatively better. That gets you your 2 points. If one or both of them are incorrect, it's fallen into one of these two. If it's done Friday, Saturday, or Sunday of that week, 9, no credit. If you explained it correctly, the 6 points. If something is minor or major wrong, falls into there. If you did it Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, 0 points. If you posted your week 9 homework problem, you're going to get the point by Thursday, 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time. If it's done Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or not done at all, 0 points. Your response to the homework problem post or a problem that I provide as the instructor Monday through Thursday, if the calculation's correct, it's worth 2. Minor or major issues fall into there. If you don't do it by Sunday, 0 points. If you explained how you got to the answer correctly, 4. Minor or major issues with it falls there. Not done, 0 points. Pretty straightforward relative to the rubric of how the points are assessed. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. Midterm exam, we've been talking about this since week 5. This remains open through Sunday. Last day of class, 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time. Only one attempt on the midterm exam, and it is not proctored. If you haven't done it as of yet, strongly encourage you to do the practice midterm exam. It is a graded assignment. It will give you the practice needed to maximize your score on the midterm exam. They're the exact same problems between the practice midterm exam and the midterm exam, just a different set of numbers. Same terminal objectives on the items. So it is accepted for credit without penalty through that last day of class at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Mountain Daylight Time. And then last but not least, my availability for the week, Monday through Friday, as well as Saturday morning. My benchmark is to get back with you within 24 hours. If you send something afternoon of Saturday or sometime Sunday, you may not get a response until sometime on Monday morning. Email, again, has always been the best way to get a hold of me. Continue to do that. And then you do have the Google phone number that goes directly to voicemail. Please let me know if you have any questions. Don't hesitate to send me an email. Have a great week. Thanks.